Okay, it says I'm streaming, but I don't see it on my channel. YouTube. Okay. Yay. Alright, we're back with the Will and Trent show. It is a little delayed because I took a nap and my alarm didn't go off. So, yeah. Oops. Yeah, because Twitch sucks. It's not very good. Found that out, so. Yeah. So, some fun things happened this month. Some good things, some not so good things. So, yeah. So, I guess let's start with the biggest elephant in the room, the new Linkin Park album. And I think the album was pretty mid. I think, I don't know, I just didn't connect with any of the lyrics and, just like this music itself is kind of like just generic radio rock, and it's just like, I know that's kind of what Linkin Park has always been, but it's just something about it this time that doesn't really, I don't know, it doesn't feel authentic. And I feel like this whole thing is all just a big cash grab. So, yeah. Especially now that they're doing a whole world tour and they're on all these festivals, and it's just I don't know. I mean, I get it. There's people who never seen Linkin Park. I never seen Linkin Park. I wish I did. I was supposed to, but yeah, that happened. So, uh, but I'm completely fine with not seeing Linkin Park with this lineup because it wouldn't hit the same for me. Yeah. So that is, yep, that's my 2 cents on it. And yeah, yeah. It's not really the standard that a Linkin Park album should be. And there's some people who think it's as good as Meteora or Hybrid Theory, and I'm just I don't see that. I don't see that at all. It's maybe as good as uh dang, I know people have mixed feelings on this album, but I like this album a lot, but it was Living Things. I think it may be as good as that, but I don't know, that's being generous. Because I really like that album. That album had some bangers, like Burn It Down, Lost in the Echoes. Lost in the Echoes hits even harder now. Yeah. Uh, yeah, that was a good album. Uh, a lot of people have mixed opinions on The Hunting Party, but I like that album too. I was just I think that's just their heaviest album, and Linkin Park's just not known for heavy stuff. But some songs are almost like metalcore, so that was a cool album. Uh, yeah. So, anyways, ooh, this next one's gonna be really fun given the recent things that have happened. Especially, we got some more info on the lore today. So, it's the new As I Lay Dying album, or as I like to call it, Tim Lambesis' first solo album. Because basically it is, because everybody who wrote the album isn't even in the band anymore. So, yeah, it's not good. It's not. It's not good. Uh, like it's very mediocre, or some would say it's mid. Yep, and like I hate to admit that Shaped by Fire is good because yeah, that's like his redemption arc that has completely failed. Uh, but like there was songs on the album that like were undeniably bangers. Like what's it called? Blinded was cool, but mostly because Josh Gilbert, which we'll talk about him later. He did something good. Uh, he like carried a lot of those songs, uh, especially Blinded, and then My Own Grave too. Uh, you want to know what's funny? You know who showed me As I Lay Dying? It's the weirdest thing ever. One of my therapists showed me As I Lay Down, and I was like, "Oh wow, this band is awesome!" Like I didn't know anything, and I was like, "Wow, this band is awesome. They sound great. They kind of sound like Killswitch Engage and stuff, like 2000 metalcore." And he was like, "Yeah, they were like one of the best bands until the singer tried to kill his wife." I was like, "What?" Because like, oh yeah, because no, I did hear one of their songs. It was in Saints Row 2, and I was like, oh yeah, I've heard of them. I heard like a song from Saints Row 2, and he was like, yeah, they're great, until the singer tried to kill his wife, and I was like, what? And then now, he's apparently going 0 for 2, because he tried to beat up his wife. So, that's great. Yeah, there's like a, and then there's two videos. One already got deleted. Probably he sued somebody. I don't know. But like one was like he like tried to lunge at his wife and like attack her, and then there's another one where it's so fucking cringy. He like flips over a table, and then he like starts playing like I love you, and then starts slapping himself in the face. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Just like, jeez, that's fucking crazy. I was just like, dude, what? uh, what? Yeah, for real. Um, it's probably the roid. He's probably roid raging again. That's what he's gonna blame it on. I mean, yeah, for real. Uh, like if you knew it affected you the first time, why? Yeah, because he's still fucking super jacked. So there's no way he's not doing them. Yeah, I don't, unfortunately, but I don't use steroids either. So, and you know what? There's too many good foods. Speaking of food, tomorrow's Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all. I am thank. Yeah, fuck you, Canada. Yep, fuck you. Um, yep, just kidding. Yeah, totally joke. I'm gonna blow it up. Oh dang it. Nah. Yeah. Oh, I'm trying to go in. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to go into creative so I can get out of here. Um, what's it called? I'm not. um. Anyway, speaking of former As I Lay Dying members, Josh Gilbert was on the new Spirit Box song because he's just in the band now, and it's pretty good. People keep on saying it's like a generic Spirit Box song. I don't really think so. Yeah, I know. I was like, especially like Josh adds a lot to the song. He's like very prominent in the chorus. I was just like, geez, all right. Like I thought when they were gonna use they were gonna just use him as like slight backing vocals, but he's like just almost singing the whole chorus, which is pretty cool. You kind of almost reminds me of Yellow Jacket. Uh, yeah, which that song was a fucking banger. I'm a little sad that there's no features on this album that's coming out because, like, yeah, yeah, I thought they might get either Poppy or Tatiana because they did that collab live, or Brian Garris. That would be fucking crazy. Like on like a pissed song. Like imagine if he got on Soft Spine. That would be crazy. Uh, yeah, yeah, that would be fucking hard, hard, hard. Well, they'll probably do it with Poppy because they already did that. So, um, oh yeah, and speaking of Spirit Box again, they got nominated for a Grammy, and so did Knock Loose with Poppy, and Knock Loose with Poppy also just played Jimmy Kimmel Live, which is fucking insane. Like, I don't care if you like Knock Loose or not, that's like the biggest metalcore W ever. Because, like, Gojira does like more of the like just the entire metal scene because they're more like I don't even yeah so like I was happy everyone was happy about that but I was just like all right where's the metal yeah I was like, all right, where's the metalcore W? And then there it is. We already actually had the metalcore W with Knock Loose last year when they played at Coachella, but this is just like adding on. And now I'm hoping that they do somehow win the Grammy. Even though I do think it's gonna be Gojira, like, damn, like, that. Yeah, true. But like, if anybody truly deserves it, it's down to Knock Loose or Gojira, because both of them had really good performances, and then both of them just are awesome too. But like, Knock Loose had like flames and shit, and that was awesome. And the pouring rain too on Jimmy Kimmel Live, like, come on, man. Like, I never thought Noxus would get that big, and then there's people complaining about it, Bryce. But yeah, I'm happy about it because he's a gatekeeper. He was like, oh, well, no, he just complains that they're too popular or they sold out and they're not for the fans. I was like, how are they not for the fans? Just because they got bigger? Like they didn't do anything. They didn't like change their sound to the point where you don't know it's Knock Loose. In fact, yeah, exactly. Like, it still sounds like Knock Loose. It is still Knock Loose. Like, I don't know, people are weird. Yep. Um, and I was trying to be like, hey, oh yeah, another W is I am playing at the venue that I've always wanted to play at. I am playing at the Worcester Palladium with this band called Vanna Black, which actually I'm in like a group chat with them, which is pretty cool. But yeah, that is like literally something like the whole reason I even wanted to be in a band, so I'm really happy about it. But on that note, I tried to tell Bryce, hey, since we don't have that much music out, let's do a cover of Knock Loose. And then I was like, we should do the gospel one because like our name is Blasphemous Obituary, so that song would kind of like go along with that. And two, it's an old song that they don't really play live anymore but people would still go crazy for it if we covered it. And then he like had a laundry list of excuses, and it was just like, never mind. Sorry I brought it up. Like it's just like it's just like it would have gone hard, and people would have went crazy, especially because there's no barricade. But yeah, uh, that's my shtick on that. uh, anyways, oh yeah, and in 2 weeks, dun 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 dun, two, I am going to be recording vocals for the Destin for Doom EP. Yay! Yep, and yeah, also the Blasphemous Obituary EP is basically done, but Bryce has to re-record vocals for some parts because like they could have been better. Uh, and then, but like this sounds pretty good. It's just like with everything going on, it's just like I was surprised we even got the Palladium show. I kind of feel like we just got lucky, but um. I think the EP does sound good, pretty good, but it's just that the Destined for Doom EP sounds better. So it's like hard to like be excited. It's just like that's good, but like my EP is even better. Yeah, and that's been fun. Oh yeah, I yeah. Uh, uh, yeah, I was gonna say that at the start of the stream, but yeah, I forgot because I woke up from my nap and I was just like, eh, waking up. Yeah. Yep, yep, yep. Go save that shit. That shit's gonna be fire. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, there. Speaking of prog metalcore, well, it's not really prog, but the band Cane Hill came out with a new album and it was pretty good. It was yeah. I am not the biggest Cane Hill fan, but I think this is like probably their best album. Uh, and there's a lot of great songs on the album. Wait, let me pull them up because I'm bad at remembering the names on the album. My favorite songs were Drowning Therapy, uh, Eye to Iris, uh, Fade into You, Finding Euphoria. Uh, I always knew we were doomed. Yeah. Uh, it was a good album though. And they've definitely gone in the more metalcore route. I feel like they kind of remind me of Currents a little bit, but like they have their own sound to it. Uh, but yeah, I really like that album. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, speaking of a hardcore band, out of nowhere, Counterparts dropped the EP of the year for me, and yeah, that's all I gotta say. Well, yeah, it was fucking amazing, and it feels like they literally just said, you know what, End is doing pretty good. Let's just put that, but make it kind of Counterparts, because like this is the heaviest shit they've ever done. And lyrically, it makes sense because some of the songs are like about, well, the one No Land Was Lost was about how he lost, I think, both of his cats. I don't remember exactly, but I know the last album was about him losing the cat, but there was a line like, I'd kill to keep them both alive, which I think was supposed to be a reference to that. And then, like, yeah. I honestly, and this might be crazy because I love Knock Loose, but I think this is better than Knock Loose, and I love Throne too. I think this is better than Throne as well. Yeah. So, it's my thoughts on that. Like, I literally just had an EP of the year. It was the new MTO's album. Um, but then, yeah, that came out. And then I was like, well, fuck you, MDOs, even though MDOs is sick. It's also, speaking of MDOs, Cheney went on this streamer named Kaizen. I don't remember his name, but yeah. And she, like, just did her thing and then dropped a, like, emotional, motivational speech. That was sick. But yeah. And then Darko dropped a new song called Blood Host, and it's really sick. And I think we're gonna get a Death Mask 3, which is also gonna be fucking amazing because every Death Mask album EP is like always really good, and I think it's always their best work. Yeah, yeah. I forget who did that. I am. Yeah. Uh, wait. Yeah. Before I Turned put out a new track called "And She Was Beautiful." It was pretty good. I'd agree. Yeah. 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 And they're also from New England. Okay. Yep. So like Ice Nine Kills, like old Ice Nine Kills. Yeah, I know. Ice Nine Kills used to do that, like back on See If It's Just a Shadow and stuff. Yeah, I know. Uh, but anyways, oh yeah. Speaking of like spooky songs, I guess Nate Prez, the guy who did that Jelly Roll sounding song last night, he did a song with Saving Vice. It was pretty good. Um, uh, yeah, I feel like I enjoyed the last one more, to be honest, even though I love my boy Tyler. Shout out to him. He's been giving me vocal lessons and is going to be with me in the studio. Not for a feature, just to help me out. Even though I would probably be down for a feature, but not right now. Just because I already might have a feature lined up. But, yeah, it was a pretty solid song. Do we want to talk about really stinky song albums? Because, man, do I know one. Uh, the new Skillet album. New Skillet album. This is the one that had that song called Unpopular. That was really bad. That's funny because they're a Christian band. Yeah. And then, yeah, it feel it feels like they're just pandering to the radio, not being them. Yeah. But like it feels like now they're really pandering to like Octane. Like it feels like it's oh yeah, now it's just influenced by haters and stuff. It's what it sounds. Even before that though, too, because like what's it called? Dominion was pretty fucking bad. There, and that album was about. That was the one they had like this like rapping song, and then it was like I got the blood of God in my mouth or something, and I was just like, geez, that's almost as bad as if a god can bleed. Oh, God, that was so fucking bad. Yikes. But yeah, and hey, I used to like Skillet. I seen them live. They're really good live, to be honest. Like, but I don't know. Yeah, I seen them in 2019. That's when they had that song that was used to be the theme song for Monday Night Raw, Legendary. That's another thing that I think is like used to suck about them. They had songs that sounded way too similar to each other because they had Legendary and Feel Invincible, and I'd literally put the lyrics together because I couldn't tell the difference instrumentally and just like song wise. Like I thought they're like in my head, I was just like, oh, they're the same song. Yeah, yeah. So that's another thing that kind of made me be like, eh. And also uh, like my family, they're Christian, but my mom and my sister used to play Skillet on repeat all the time, and they're like, they're one of the best rock bands around, and I'm just like, I mean, they're not really, not gonna lie. To be fair though, there's not that many good rock bands, just straight out rock bands. So, I mean, yeah. Uh, but actually, you know what? There is a cool rock band that I don't know if they came out with music this month. I think they came out with music a few months ago. They're called House of Protection. They're pretty cool. Jordan Fish is working with them, and they're ex Fever 333 members. I haven't gone out of my way to listen to them, but I watched Nick Nocturnal's reaction to them, so they were solid. Uh, ooh, yay, I can't wait to complain about this one. Wait, did I complain about it in the last episode or did this come out too late? I'm trying to check. I can't even remember if I already talked about this song. The new Not Enough Space song. I think I did. But you know what? I'm just gonna talk about it again because what the fuck? Why, I hate TikTok so much because listen, Not Enough Space is awesome. They're cool and like their music's good. But what the fuck? They went from 98,000 monthly listeners to 400,000 monthly listeners in a month, less than a month, just because of one tiny part of the song, because of the moan during the breakdown. And I'm just like, really? Like, really? Like, I mean, I guess that's just how you make, that's how you make it nowadays. You just have to fucking put some stupid, yeah, stupid shit in your music, but like, fuck, it's annoying. Like, cause it just feels like it's like taking away from the, like taking away from the song a little bit, cause it's just like, oh, the rest of the song really doesn't matter except for this part. Yeah, but that's just my opinion. It same thing, like, same thing a little bit with the knock loose motherfucker. Even though I feel like that wasn't forced, it felt like, I feel like they were gonna do it anyways because they already did the ARP ARP. So even though, in my opinion, everything is quiet now goes so much harder, especially with like the ambient outro. So I think that's why people don't like Knock Loose anymore, because like they're doing more like spooky stuff like that, like the, but like they kind of are always been doing that since A Different Shade of Blue. Like if you listen to Mistakes Like Fractures, that has like that kind of outro, Guided by the Moon, like they already were going in that direction. So if people thought they sold out now, like you haven't really been paying attention. Uh, so yeah, I don't know. I don't really care. I don't really see them live any. Well, actually, no, I did see them live once, but like, if like they come close and like I can't see them for whatever reason, I'm not like gonna be too upset because they don't play the old songs anymore. And like, the only time I was able to hear them play like a lot of the old songs was when I first discovered them, which was at Beartooth in 2018. They played the gospel, they played All My Friends, they played Separate, Small Victories, and I'm just like, damn, I wish I was already into them because that was a really good set list. And then they played almost all of Laugh Track, so uh, yeah. Anyways, I've gone so long into the stream, I didn't even talk about Poppy, and I should have talked about her sooner because her new album was pretty good. Uh, yeah, I really liked it. Uh, it feels like she's finally able to do what she wanted to, because definitely compared to the album she dropped last year, this is so much better because I don't know what she did last year. Like, it was not good. Uh, but yeah, this was cool. I had some cool songs. She had a song that sounds like straight up just her own Knocked Loose song. Like she was just like, you know what? I like the Knocked Loose collab so much, I'm just gonna do one myself. And also, Jordan Fish produced this song, or helped work on it, yeah. So, yeah. It's cool to see Jordan Fish, like, still being a huge influence in the metal scene. 'Cause, like, yeah, obviously he was already with Bring Me the Horizon. Uh, so, uh, let's see. And then, oh yeah, another band that Jordan Fish helped work on this song is a new Architect song. I think it's alright. I think it's definitely better than the stuff they dropped on the last album, even though I'm in the minority. I actually like the last album. I don't love it. I don't think it's their best work, but I don't think it's as bad as people say it is. Uh, but yeah, it was a it was a solid song. I think Curse and Seeing Red were still better though, in my opinion. Yeah. Yeah, it yeah, because that's one thing like about the arena rock stuff. Like even though it wasn't what people wanted, it felt like that's what the architects wanted, and like that's something that kind of just sucks in the like music industry and mostly the just the metal scene is like that like artists can't change if they want to because they're just boxed in. You know? That's why for Destined for Doom I just said that it's a modern metal band and like uh kind of circling. Yeah, that's why I put myself into modern met. Just said I'm a modern metal band because I'm gonna do like I'm not always gonna be a deathcore band. I'm not always gonna be a metalcore band. Like there's gonna be stuff I want to experiment and try. Which like I feel like would be good for like singles. Like for example, what Termina is doing. They did like a Batty Core song, which was really cool. Uh, but like I might want to do something like that, experimental one day. And yeah, even though I don't think it would be me doing the cleans, unless somehow Tyler can make me be a very good clean vocalist, which maybe it's possible. You look what he did with Tyler, the other Tyler. God dang it, Faye, Tyler Faye. Yeah. Too many Tylers. So yeah. What else? There's a lot. There's a lot on the playlist actually. The Browning dropped a new album, and I think it was pretty good. Yeah. God dang, there was actually a lot this month. I didn't even realize how much there was. I think this. Oh wait, we didn't even like talk about one of the biggest albums. Dang, like there's just so much this month. This is like one of the most stacked Novembers I've ever seen. Holy crap! Like this is October of 2022, but it's November of 2024. Uh, but yeah. It was pretty good, but I agree. The single is carried. I like the song with Nick Nocturnal on it, that's just a weird feature, I feel like. Is he doing vocals on that, or is he a guitar feature? I think he's doing like backing vocals or something. I don't know. I can't really tell, but nevertheless, it was pretty cool. Uh, but yeah. Uh, oh, Killswitch Engage dropped a new track, which I think it was alright. Like it wasn't. Holy shit! What the fuck? There's an Enderman in my house. Uh, what's it? Yeah. What's it called? Um. Oh yeah, Make Them Suffer dropped a new album finally, and I think the same thing that we just said about the Browning, the singles kind of overpower the rest of the album. Yeah, I think it was still good at best, but it wasn't better. It wasn't better than their last album, even though, yeah, just yeah, uh, yeah, uh, yeah. It feels like I don't know. It feels weird. Like some songs kind of sound the same as other songs. Not gonna lie, uh, but I can't really say what songs like stick out on the album except for the singles because like I don't know, I feel like they all just kind of like sound similar. And another album that came out was the new Memphis Make It Fire album, which Bogdan said it's good, but I don't really care for it. I didn't even know about it. I didn't even know it was coming out, to be honest. So I didn't even check it out. But from what I did check out, it's like okay, it's alright. Uh, it is Shapeshifter. Yeah, it came out the 20th. Wait. Okay, yeah, that was last Friday. I was gonna say, wait a minute, because I thought they just dropped it in the middle of the week. Wait, yeah, they dropped it last Wednesday. What the fuck? That's weird. That's so weird. Alright, that's cool, I guess. I was like, I don't even know when they dropped it. Like, that would probably be why, because no band just drops an album on a Wednesday. Uh, yeah. They probably did that because they didn't want to compete with Linkin Park and Poppy and As I Lay Dying, even though literally nobody cared about that album. Uh, Speaking of big releases, 3 Days Grace came back with Adam, their original vocalist, still keeping their current vocalist though too. And I think the song wasn't made. I think it could have been a lot better. It feels just like I don't know, like it doesn't feel authentic, and it feels like the animal I have become. Like the riff is almost the same, and it just feels like a worse version of that song. Yeah, yeah. I'm a core kid for life. Core kid for life. But I mean, I really like the new Breaking Benjamin song. Yeah, that's a rock. Yeah, in my opinion, Breaking Benjamin is one of the best straight up just rock bands. Like yeah, butt rock. Yeah, well, tell that to Finn McKenty. But yeah, they were like one of it's kind of gay, pretty gay. Maybe maybe you are gay. Yeah, and he said Era just sounds like architects, and like Crystal Lake sounds like Japanese architects. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Uh, he'd probably say one of the Destined for Doom songs sounds like Architects because it kind of does. Because, yeah, I think th- I think they do North Lane better than North Lane, not gonna lie. Yeah. Even though I like them, but I'm not crazy about them. But yeah, that's just that's just because I've been listening to like hardcore and deathcore. Because I've been writing a hardcore deathcore album, EP, whatever. Speaking of that, time for my rant of the day. Well, second rant, 'cause I already did one. If you are trying to join somebody's band do not try, and they already have material. Don't try to write new music before fucking learning that material. Learn the material first, and then worry about writing new music. Because what's the fucking point if you can't play the songs that already exist? Probably because I was yelling. I said, if you're going to join a band that already has music, don't talk about new music until you've already learned the music that's in the band. Yeah, because that's been happening with Destined for Doom, and I'm just like, why are you talking about an album when you haven't even learned the EP yet? And like, the influence they keep talking about has nothing to do with the band. I'm like, listen, I'm glad you have your own style, and like I like the bands that like influence them, but I'm just like that's not the vibe for Destined for Doom, respectfully. Like I have a specific sound that I do want for the album. Like I kind of want this album is just going to be kind of just like finding the sound finally, which I feel like it has, especially like there's definitely a theme of songs like Hellhounds, Vindictive, Unbroken. Those songs are more like straight up deathcore. Whereas like Vicious Cycles and especially Nothing Left, which by the way, those are all just like placeholder names that you could be changing. But those songs are more melodic and more metalcore. But I feel like going forward, it'll be like more of that deathcore mixed with like hardcore, angry shit. Because for the album, I did want to be like slightly, like have it be slightly like personal, and like not to say that the album's not going to be personal because it will be, but I feel like it was like more like emotional things that I wrote about. And like the album, I wanted just to be like things that just piss me off, so I could just write the most angry music ever. So yeah, damn. But that's my rant about that. Anyways, back to the podcast. The Worm Shepherd dropped a new album, and like I like deathcore. I just talked about that and stuff, but like I don't really care for it. I don't really care for Worm Shepherd at all that much because like they're alright, but yeah. Also, speaking of more mid deathcore, the new Thy Art Is Murder song is like eh. The new Malevolent song is pretty cool though. It sound like just tough guy hardcore, but yeah, but that's kind of just like what Malevolence is. Tough guy hardcore. I think that their new song though is better than some of the stuff they did on the album because the album sounded like Five Finger Death Punch if they try to be a hardcore band. Which kind of sucks because I like Malevolence, but yeah. Like literally when I met them last year, the only thing I could say like, yeah, I really like the song of Brian Gayers. That was like the only thing I said. I was like, yeah, I really like that song. That's the song that got me into you guys. And then they were like, what's your favorite song on the album? And I was like, I was like, I don't know. So like, I just said the first song that came to mind. Like, I was like, man, you really put me in a corner here. I don't listen to the album. Oops. Yeah. Anyways, I want to make an announcement that I didn't even tell you about. It's for the next episode. The next episode is going to be a special episode because, one, it's probably going to be pre-recorded because we both, well, you said you're going to be busy, so I think that'll, yeah. So I think that's a good excuse to pre-record it, and that means I won't be fucking laggy and shit, but I could just premiere it and stuff. And then for that episode, we are going to be doing our like album of the year and shit, and like songs of the year and all that stuff, as well as like if there's any releases, which I don't. The only band I expect to release anything is Darko. They might just drop Death Mask 3, and that could be last minute, like on Let me see when New Year's is. Because if it's on a Friday, they might just drop it on New Year's Eve again, like they did in 2022. I think. Yeah. Uh, yeah, they might drop it on the 27th, which means it wouldn't be a part of the podcast. That would be for January 1st, which is the first. Yeah, the first episode will be on the first day of the year. Or the first episode of the new year, which, so you know, it'd be funny if I did the Will and Trent show with the other Will. I was just like, oh, season 2, different Will. Just every year get a different William. That'd be fucking. uh, I guess I'll just die. But yeah, that's gonna be. I don't know. It just spawned out of nowhere, and then I just stole it. I thought Damien spawned it, and I asked him. He said no. So I was like, well, I guess it just spawned, so I guess I'll just take it. But but yeah, that's gonna be fun. I don't want to spoil like things, but I'm gonna spoil one thing. My call out of the year because, well, actually, I already did spoil it in the server. It's gonna go to Turning Hate into Rage by Boundaries, because that fucking call out is just so mean and like, this world is an evil place. I'm the dome. I was just like, oh, it's fucking nasty. Especially live when you're about to get kneed in the fucking face. Like, this shit was. I think he has the best mean guy vocals, to be honest. I know. But he, like, especially, he had Matt from Kublai Khan on the song, but, like, I think Kublai Khan would be better if he was on there. Not gonna lie. Like, I don't know. Like, his vocals sound more mean, if that's even possible. But, like, I don't know, like, I was listening to some of their older stuff too, like, My Body is a Cage. What was the other one that I checked out? That was off the one that dropped in 2020. Um, because like I made a huge hardcore playlist, so I was just like, all right, whatever comes up, I'm gonna add it. Um, but yeah, Boundaries is sick. Apparently they played at the same venue that I closed. Like I did vocals for that we closed, like help send off. They played there like a few years ago, which is pretty cool. Also, they played at the Palladium upstairs, which is where we're playing. Uh, I'm so scared for that show. Honestly, I'm scared that Bryce is gonna somehow embarrass us. I said that in the chat that we have that Bryce is not in. Um, oh wait, the song was called "I'd Rather Not Say." That song goes hard. Batteries, but yeah, I'm just like, I don't know how that's gonna go. I'm dreading it. You know, people are just like, people literally DM me and they're like, "Are you doing vocals for the Palladium show?" I'm like, "No, I wish," but like that's how good of a job I did last time. Like, yeah, like at least 5 people asked me, and I was just like, I hate that I made the band sound the best, and I wasn't even trying to. So I was just doing my shit, and I was nervous as fuck. I think I would have done even better if I wasn't nervous. People still said that was our best set, which is insane. Good thing Bryce doesn't. Yeah, that's why we got destined for doom. I think I think I was even I think I'm way better than I was a year ago, even though like I think on Hellhounds especially and like All Is Gone, the old Destined for Doom song, the archive Destined for Doom songs, I guess. Um which by the way, those will come sometime. I will put those up. I just keep forgetting to because I have so much shit. Literally, December is going to be so busy for me because every week I have something. There's 2 shows for Blasphemous Obituary in December. I go to Robbie's the week before those shows, and then, yeah, it's just going to be fucking crazy. It's literally like the best ending to the year, I think, because like I'm going to just be productive for the rest of the year. So that's cool. I mean, Robbie, just drive all the way to New York and spend like $10,000. Just kidding. Go back. Just kidding. Or fuck it, like yeah. You know, especially if you can fucking let us crash in your basement or something, then that definitely have or something. I don't know, cause like fucking touring is not easy, especially if you have to get hotels and shit. Cause like I told my mom if my band play if Destined for Doom comes or Blasphemous Obituary, if either one of us come to Pennsylvania, you better let us stay at the house. We'll just sleep on the floor or something. I don't know. Yeah, just sleep in the van. That's like I've always had that idea because I've seen Knock Loose do it. Like people say they sold out, but like till 2022, they've been doing it in a fucking van, like just a 10-pack van, and that's inspiring for me because like I want to do that shit. I'll just like be like, all right, who's driving the van? Because I don't have my driver's license still. Um, I'll be like, and then we'll just find a fucking truck stop, and then all sleep on the benches or remove the benches, put them in the trailer, and just sleep on the floor. But yeah, I think that's what Saving Vice did. Speaking of Saving Vice, you finally checked out their album. Yeah, yeah. Also, some of the Blood or Wine. Yeah. Uh, as yeah, yeah. And especially because that was Robbie's first album, like from a Saving Vice that he produced, like he fully produced that, so that was pretty cool. He said, I was actually just listening to an interview that he did that he was like he had like 32 mixes for like one song or something, and he was like just stay up all night just trying to get the perfect one. So I definitely respect that a lot, and I'm excited to see what we're gonna make out of this Destined for Doom EP. I think if you liked the heavy songs on that album, you will definitely love the EP. Because he definitely did sprinkle some Saving Vice like shit in there, like guitar riff. Also, he's a really good guitarist. He's doing all the guitar shit on that album, and he does a pretty good job. My favorite song on that album was probably "Tomorrow's Too Late," just because like I relate to it, even though it's not in the context of what, like it's not in the full context of what it means to Robbie, because that was about him. That's uh, I think it was about him losing his aunt or like grandma. I don't remember. I have to go back and watch the interview, but yeah, it was to cancer though, I believe. But even though it like I don't have the same relatability, like I kind of relate because of how I lost my uncle. So I feel like he's gonna be able to help me with that song especially. So yeah, and that's one of the songs that like I listen to for inspiration lyrically, and yeah, 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 yeah. I'd definitely say try to hit up Tyler, maybe even like for like one lesson. I know, but if like you want like some extra like critiques and like, but like even like one lesson will help, especially for me. It helped, uh, cause yeah, I had an idea of what I was doing, and not to toot my own horn. I definitely write better lyrics than Bryce. Uh, but like, what's it called? I feel like with one lesson, I definitely got a lot better, and I've definitely got 1,000 times better than my writing from last year from the demo EP. We'll call it that. because at this point everything else was just demos. That's what Robbie thought when I showed him the original Hellhounds. He was like, "This is a pretty good like demo track," and I was like, "Oh yeah, yeah, I agree." Even though it was technically a full release, but now I'm just gonna pretend like that just didn't happen, especially because not that many people listen to it. So I'm just gonna pretend it. Yeah, yeah. Oh, oh, I really wish I recorded this on my camera. I recorded this to send to Danny on Snapchat, but I recorded myself doing Hellhounds with just the instrumental, just doing like a live version of that, and like I liked how that sounded, and like for the for the fuck you part, I did like and it was just like disgusting. Like I was just like, wait, that was fucking hard. Like I was like, I hope I do that when I'm in the studio, and like I'm just really excited for the vocal tracking, which is a lot different from like how I felt the first time going in. Because when I went to go work with Robbie originally, I'm not gonna lie, I felt underqualified. Like I was like, damn, like this is like he's way too legit for what I've been doing. I've just been writing like generic deathcore, metalcore tracks in my bedroom, basically, and not even knowing shit about music theory, not knowing shit about how to scream. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know my scales that much or anything, so like, but, but this time, vocally especially, I feel like more like qualified to do the EP, I guess, especially with Robbie, because like it's funny, like I can't wait to do interviews and stuff, and people just ask me, so how did you end up working with Robbie? I would just like, okay, literally one day I was just like, man, I really would love to work with Robbie, and then 2 days later, out of nowhere, he just messaged me. I was just like, that's the weirdest thing ever and the coolest thing ever. Like, yeah. Um, Speaking of which, yeah, I've been trying to like follow and like watch um other podcasters, especially the smaller ones. There's one that Robbie just got on and he also had to vitalize on, and or they had to vitalize on, but he like told them about the vitalize. And I'm hoping he'll shout Destin for Doom out maybe, because I'm gonna tell him probably when we're working together. I'll be like, I'd love to do interviews because I just love talking about music, especially my own music. Like I've kind of been waiting to just like talk about it, you know, like like somebody who doesn't really know me on a personal level to like just tell them about it. So yeah, it'd be really fun. So if anybody has a podcast and would like to get me on, just saying. Uh, T Wilson T underscore Wilson dot DFD on Instagram. That's where you can find me. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's funny too because like I've just changed my socials completely to be about Destin for Doom. They were uh, it was Trent Wilson BO2 because one Black Ops 2 and then Blasphemous Obituary, and I was born in '02, so that was a clever way to put all three together. Uh, but yeah, I feel like I kind of want to market myself in my own music more than Blasphemous Obituary because, like I've said, there's kind of been like some differences, especially there's one person that we've been having the most differences with. And yeah. But I am glad for Blasphemous Obituary, especially since I got Danny on. I don't know which guitar he's gonna be on yet, because like I'm still trying to figure out if the lead guitarist is gonna stop trying to write new music or if he's gonna actually learn the EP. But like, he's been killing it. He just bought a Nano Cortex just because I was like, hey, we're probably gonna need that for when we play live. And he doesn't even have like that much money, but this dude got a Sweetwater card just so he could get it. I was like, dude, you're awesome. And he's been like sending me videos and shit of him chipping away at the song, so I appreciate it. And he loves the EP too. He was like this is the stuff I wanted to do for the Blasphemous Obituary, because Bryce lied and he said that we're a deathcore band to him. I was like, we are not a deathcore band. We are generic hardcore. That's what he said. He said generic hardcore to somebody in the comments, and I said, bro, delete that shit. I was like, why would you say that? Why would you tell somebody our EP sounds generic? That nobody's gonna want to listen to it. I was like, if you don't have faith in it, how do you expect anybody else to? So that's why also kind of like I stop caring about it a little bit too, which sucks because I've had to contribute to it creatively and financially. So kind of sucks that it kind of have to think that way, but it's just like it's his baby, not mine, and like I don't really feel any connection lyrically, especially like yeah. Like I've flat out just told him the lyrics suck, and he's like, the lyrics don't suck. We just like you just like metalcore lyrics," and I'm like, no, I like good lyrics, because like there's songs from like pop artists that I like, but I don't really like pop that much. But like if you have lyrics that hit hard, they hit hard. It doesn't matter what the genre is. You could be a good lyricist no matter the genre. So I feel like that's an excuse. Literally, hardcore bands, there are hardcore bands with hard lyrics. Like, Boundaries is a good example. Great American Ghost has pretty good lyrics. Which he shits on metalcore, but Great American Ghost calls himself a metalcore band, and their new stuff is more metalcore, especially like Forsaken and Hymns of Decay. But probably. And it's funny because like I I'm like proud of myself because I used to tell my teachers like one day I'm gonna be in a metalcore band and I'm gonna play at the Worcester Palladium, which is a place I've always wanted to play at. And even though I'm not in a metalcore band yet, and I have technically Destined for Doom is a metalcore band. Like it's a mix. It's metalcore. Like whatever you think it is, I'm gonna be like, sure, yep. Because I just don't care. I don't like locking. I don't want to lock myself in a genre. But yeah, I'll be like, yeah, I'm in a metalcore band, and I've already played at the Palladium, and I'm hoping to play there more with Destined for Doom, which is why I don't want to get embarrassed when we play there. And I'm hoping that he lets me do like backup vocals and call outs and shit. I'm like, alright, I've been dying to say this for like ages. I've literally like every time I'm practicing my stage presence, I always use Worcester as an example because I just want to say that one day, alright, Worcester, I want to see the biggest wall of death tonight. Let's see this shit. Or something. I feel like that's something that Bryce lacks is charisma and like energy as well. Because not for nothing, he just smokes too much weed to the point he just like fried. So, yeah, I know, but like, there's plenty of bands who smoke weed and it doesn't like affect them like that. Like, for instance, Signs of the Swarm, they smoked weed on stage, and like David Simonach is hype as fuck. So, but for me, just from what I've noticed, is like I can tell it affects him. And also, I just don't think he practices enough. Because, like, if he keeps saying he's worried about forgetting lyrics, if you're not practicing your lyrics to the point they're muscle memory, you're not practicing enough. Hate to tell you. Because, like, that's what I had to do for Hellhounds. Like, I had to sit down for an entire day and just repeatedly play the song over and over until, like, I just got this song down. And did I get sick of the song for a minute? Yeah, I did. I was just like, God damn it, like, it's kind of annoying. But then I figured it out, and then, yeah. Yeah. Did I just see a shooting star in Minecraft? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, it's funny. It's a bird, it's a plane, no, it's John Cena. But yeah, um, I'm I'm happy that Destin for Doom is also finally going to be a band because when it originally started, I was hoping I would be able to play it live, but then like I kind of just gave up on it because I was just like some of this stuff just can't be played live. But like songs like the instrumental songs that I knew how to play those. And I was hoping one day I'd be able to like either just go to open mic night and play those or something, but it just never happened. But now, finally, it's just going to be a whole band where I can just play live. So I'm looking forward to that. And I'm surprised, like, I love playing guitar and it's fun and all, but I feel like I've just shifted more into being a vocalist and really more focused on that. It, yeah. Uh, yeah, and like I'll still do guitar in the studio and like yeah. Maybe if there's like a song that like I can play guitar live and still do vocals for, like maybe a cover, then yeah, I'll do that. But yeah, for right now, live, I just want to do vocals, even though it kind of sucks that I won't be doing guitar live because I just bought the Nano Cortex myself because I bought it, one, because I'd rather not drag a fucking laptop on stage at the Palladium um, to get my tones. So that'll make it a lot easier on me. And two, for whoever plays lead guitar for Destin for Doom, they don't have to go out and get one because I'll just be like, you could use mine. But yeah, uh, but yeah, I'm excited for 2025. Even though who knows how long that year it's gonna last. Because people are just crazy. Yep. But like I don't care about anything that's happening in the world. All I care about is Destin for Doom. I should just use that as a promotional thing. I should be like, oh wow, look at it's 2025. We're destined for doom. The world sucks. Just kidding. I'm not gonna do that. Even though I will spoil it a little bit. Unbroken is about that a little bit. It's about like one cancel culture. Ooh, we should talk about that. I just remembered that. But we'll get back to that. But yeah, it's about like cancel culture and just society in general, like being sensitive and like forcing people to be who they don't want to be, and like having to like pretend to be someone you're not sometimes. Like it's like almost like you have to wear a mask sometimes, because like if you can't even you can't even like talk about like an opinion on something without people freaking out and be like, oh no, you hate that thing, you're a piece of shit. And it's just like, no, I just don't understand that, or like have a different opinion on it. Yeah. So I don't know. Like, for example, like I don't want to get into politics, but for me personally, I don't care about them. I don't care about either like side of the politics. And some people will like get on my ass about it. I'm just like, I don't care. Like that's just how I think. I don't know why you're so like offended by it. Like that's just how I think. I am worried about what I can control, and that's it. Cause like, why would I worry about what I can't control? 'Cause, like sometimes it's true what they say: ignorance is bliss. So yeah. But anyways, yeah, that's kind of like the inspiration behind that song, and also like how like sometimes I guess like people try to put labels on everything now. Like not everything needs a label, I feel like, but I don't know. Like that also like kind of coincides with like the genre thing. Like people are gonna be like, "Oh, you're a deathcore band, you're a metalcore band." I'm gonna be like, I'm just like doing whatever I want. Like, will there be songs that sound like deathcore? Yes. Will there be songs that sound like metalcore? Yes. Does that make me a deathcore band? No. Does that make me a metalcore band? No. I just have songs that sound like that. So yeah. But anyways, I'm excited for the Yeah on Purpose. Uh, I'm excited for the EP, and I have high hopes for it. I'm gonna spend quite a bit of money on marketing because like obviously I want to show it to like some YouTubers and stuff and like get some reactions, and then like even though it's cringe and I hate TikTok, find like influencers who do like metal and shit and see if they'll use my songs or stuff. There's some that are not cringe. Like they'll be like when the breakdown goes so hard, what yada 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 or whatever. I don't know. I'll just be like, hey, can you use Hellhounds for this or fucking Unbroken? I think Unbroken is the hardest breakdown because it has a breakdown and then it has a like it has that like ring out and then it goes into another breakdown. Like it's disgusting. And then it's like the rhythm is so fucking stupid because it's like dun da 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 dun, and it's just like fucking stupid. Like me and Robbie when we wrote that song, he was like, it was like we just have like we have the verse, we have the chorus, a breakdown, a verse, and another chorus, and then like we were like, what do we do for the rest of the song? And he was like, do you just want to make the outro just absolutely stupid? Like the last minute is just a fucking breakdown, basically, which is it's just awesome. It's sick. I personally like it, especially now what the song is about. I feel like it fits. Like, yeah, because I was like, I definitely want to make that song about something that would piss me off. So it's just like, let's just write about how much society pisses me off sometimes. Cause yeah, for me, I would just say for me, I am indifferent to almost everything that doesn't concern me. Which yeah, because like some people may think that's a bad thing because they're like, oh wow, you just only care about yourself, but that sometimes that's the only way you can live. Because if you're not just caring about yourself, then you're constantly stressing about other things that you can't even control, or you have very little control over. So that's just the way I see it. And again, there will be people who want to say shit. Yeah, I will still think the same way. It's not going to make me change my opinion. So, yeah, yeah, yeah. But, yeah. Literally, if somebody like try to cancel me over like that shit, like oh well, or like try to start shit, they'd be like, you don't care about anyone else but yourself. I'll be like, yeah, not really, because I can't, I can't really do like I can't control anybody else's shit, so why worry about it? Like I do care about my family and I do care about the people who support me, but beyond that, I don't give a shit. Yep. I was like, if I had the power to change the world somehow, then I'd care. But I don't have that kind of power, and I don't think I ever will. And I don't think there's anybody who has that kind of power, honestly. So, because like yeah, just like this is the world I live in, and I'm just accepting it. So yeah, that is my feeling on my existence. Yep, I'm just existing. I'm simply not there. I'm here. I'm just existing. Sometimes I do that. I'll just exist at places. Like I went to this Slamwich show, which by the way, Slamwich is like one of the. There's not that many deathcore bands from Massachusetts. They're like one of the few deathcore bands, and Destin Perdue will be another one. Um, but like they do like the MySpace deathcore, like Chelsea Grin, Old Die Hard is Murder, Old Whitechapel, and it's sick. People go nuts for that stuff. Like, I saw them at a fucking sushi restaurant, which, by the way, that place is fire. They have fried cheesecake and fried ice cream. Oh, so good. But, like, people were fucking each other up to the point where the security guard got on stage and asked the vocalist for the mic. He was like, y'all need to calm down. This isn't your typical menu. This is a nice sushi restaurant. And you know what people just did? They just continued to fuck shit up. I was like, yeah, that was probably not the best idea because when you try to tell hardcore kids not to do something, they're just gonna continue to do the same thing, even worse. Like, yeah. But yeah, Slam, which is awesome. But I was at that show just existing. One, because my arm was bruised as fuck from when I went to see Devitalize a few days prior. Like I have a giant bruise on it, and it's still there. Like it almost like looks as bad as when Cody Rhodes tore his pec, and I was just like, "Geez, what the fuck happened to my arm?" Which I did not tear my pec off my bone, thankfully. That would have been bad. In my soul, tore my back right off the bone. I was actually afraid like I broke my shoulder or something though, because I got like hit really hard on like the edge of my shoulder, like on the edge of my shoulder blade, and it just hurt really bad for like 3 days. But then it finally went away. I was just like, thank God, because I really didn't want to go to the fucking hospital. So, why are you here? Oh, yeah, I went to a hardcore show and I got beat the fuck up. Yeah. 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 I feel like these young people and their music these days, I don't know. Yeah, but yeah. What else do we gotta talk about? Is there any more music in the playlist worth talking about? Uh, there's a new Renaissance track called Less Than Nothing. It's alright. I am not the biggest Renaissance fan, even though they're from Massachusetts, and usually I'm biased towards bands from Massachusetts. But like, I was like, I don't really, not the biggest fan. Even though I respect David Benitez and he's cool as shit. I met him before, but just wasn't my vibe personally. And also, another band from Massachusetts dropped a song, All That Remains, and I did not listen to it. Yep, I didn't listen to it. I kind of just forgot about it, so I don't know if it's good or not. But it probably has really good guitar work because Jason Richardson's on it. Uh, but yeah. Uh, let's see. Oh yeah, you didn't talk about the new Aviana song. Aviana. Mm, yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Uh, um, circling back to Slim, which they also released the song last week when I saw them, and it was really good. It sounded exactly what they sound like, MySpace deathcore, and like, um, honestly, that's kind of what I was going for Destined for Doom. But then just the way it came out when me and Robbie were working, it just ended up sounding more modern. Like I shown the guy who's working on the Blasphemous Obituary EP, and he said this sounds like Darko or Signs of the Swarm, like that new deathcore with the new production and like just the fucking most disgusting breakdowns ever. I was like, dang, that's a huge compliment for being not gonna lie, because I loved Signs of the Swarm and I love Darko, so. I really want to write a song on that album when I get to that. Uh, I want to write a song that sounds like Insects by Darko US. That's still one of my favorite Darko songs. Also, another cool song would be to do a song that had that song, that feature from the guy from Unity TX. I forgot what it was. Evolving. I think that's what it was. It was Step Up Bitch. It's that Darko shit. But it'd be cool to do that something like that with that dude D. So if you're watching, because he watched the last episode we did, I think. But yeah, uh, yeah, if you're watching, let me know if you'd be down for that because I think that'd be sick. uh, Also, he's like doing really good numbers wise. Like he's already at. Hold on, let me go look. Because last time I checked, he was like already at 1,000 monthly listeners, which is crazy. Oh yeah, he has an album coming out next month too. What the fuck? He's already at 2,000 monthly listeners. God damn. Hats off to you, my guy. Uh, But yeah, I'm excited. Also, what? Yeah. Yeah. And if anybody wants a feature for me after well, actually, no, I'm doing the features on the album with you and everybody else on it. But like besides that, after the EP is done, if you want a feature, if yeah, if you didn't shit on my music in the past, I will do it for free. But if you did shit on my music before, then I am gonna charge you. Yeah, because I'm not gonna do a free feature for somebody who just likes me now because they finally think my music is good enough. Like, no, I'm sorry. Like, maybe that sounds mean, but like, it's just like if you didn't, it's like if you didn't support me before, like, like I don't really trust that you genuinely support me now. Like it'd be like, I don't know, if like somebody said like, "Oh, you'll never make it doing this," and then like you finally make it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I always believed in you. I knew you would get to this point." Like it'd be like, "Fuck off, you're a lying piece of shit." Like yeah, so that's just the way I see it. Because I I don't take credit for enough things, but the one thing I will say is I worked hard with Robbie on this EP, and I put in so much work and time and money into this project. So, and I'm really proud of how the EP sounds now, and I am hoping I'll be even more proud of it once the vocals are said and done. Yeah. And also something like that actually did happen. There's this dude who I already told you about. Uh, like he did not, he like was talking shit basically because his band was like a vegan black metal band, and like I was just like having a basic ass conversation like, oh man, like he was like, what'd you do today? And I was like, I ate way too much food. I went to this place called Shake Shack, and like I had like one meal and it fucked me up. And he was like, why are you talking about non-vegan stuff to me? I was like, bro, I was just telling you about my day. Like you wanted to know. Like, goddamn. And then I was like, if you're gonna be a dickhead, I'm just not gonna talk to you anymore. And he was like, I don't really care. I was like, oh, good, because you're blocked. So, and then like, and then like when I started doing shit with Blasphemous Obituary out of nowhere, he had like one of his friends message me and be like, "Hey, he wants you to unblock him." I was like, "No, I'm good." I was like, he only cares now because I'm in a band. Like, cause like it was like right when we put out No One's Safe and like started playing shows. I was just like, "Fuck that dude. I don't care about him." I was like, he was kind of an asshole beyond that too. So. Ooh, and if we want to talk about more assholes, let's talk about Ronnie Radke. Ronnie Radke, he's been canceling shows and then uh, talking shit to his fans, like directly on Twitch and Kick, which is like the most degenerate site ever. Like, why? Who the fuck streams on Kick? Not even this show has gotten that bad. Like, we're not. Yeah, we don't. No, we're not doing that. But like, he was streaming on Kick, doing like gambling and stuff. Like the same day he canceled the show. So basically, he's just like gambling the fans' money away right in front of their faces. And then like every time they would like ask, "Oh hey, why did the show get canceled?" He'd be like, "Oh fuck you! Like you're always." you guys complain about everything. You don't know what it's like, blah blah blah, and like not even giving a reason why he canceled the show. So like, I don't know. He's just a fucking dickhead. Uh, yeah, like I don't really know why people still support him. Like, I guess sometimes he makes cool music, but he clearly doesn't give a shit about his fans beyond their money. And he keeps saying he kind of gaslights them because like he pretends like he cares sometimes, and then he'll just go back to be doing the same shit he is doing now. So and then he has other shit also that makes him not a great person, but yeah, that stuff has just been happening recently. Like I've seen a few other channels talk about it, so I just like I'll give my opinion on it. Never, never. Yep. There's things certain in life. Death, taxes, and Ronnie Radke being an asshole. And Tim Winfield is trying to kill someone. Yep. Yep. I knew it was something to do with that. I was like, there's no way that they left over like some bullshit. Like there's gotta be something. And then people from his other bands are leaving too. So yeah. I just like, yeah, no, there's actually a problem. Now Tim Lambesis can cover that Taylor Swift song. It's me, hey, it's me, I'm the problem, it's me. Like, yeah, not good. Uh, yeah, that's about all I got. I think, unless we remember anything else that came out this month. I don't, I don't know. I don't think so. Uh, yeah, but this was a this was a way more busier month than I thought it would be. The most dead month of the year for some reason was July. Like I don't know what happened in July, but I remember there was just nothing to talk about. I think it was like June, like it was after May, everything just got super dry. Uh, yeah, but uh, but yeah, and then in August and September things started picking up again. So yeah, yeah. I I will give. I'll say some of my favorite albums of the year. I'm not gonna give a number or ranking or anything. Just gonna list them off. Some of my favorite albums of the year was the new Alt album, the new Cane Hill album, obviously the new Devitalizing Saving Vice album, the new Throne album, the new Knocked Loose album, the new Counterparts EP, even though it's not an album, but whatever. The new Foreign Hands album, the new Boundaries album. Basically, any hardcore metalcore album. I really liked it. The new Kublai Khan album. I wouldn't say it's one of my favorites, but it was alright. Like that's the one hardcore album I just didn't really care for this year. Um, the new Bring Me the Horizon album, it was alright. Like it grew on me a lot more than when it first came out. The new Falling in Reverse album sucked. Uh, yeah, those are some of my favorites, though. Oh yeah, I remember that one. It's on my list still too. Uh, whether written without, whether without. I don't remember what it was called. I don't remember what it was called. Whether without, I think it was called. Yeah. Uh, Ara's new album grew on me as well. Cure, like it's not better than the album still. I mean the self-titled album. It's still pretty good though, because like at first I was just like, man, this doesn't really hit for me. Like I don't, I. But then like it grew on me over time. Uh, yeah, especially seeing it live helped a lot for me. Uh, and I finally actually like songs on the album and actually was actually listening to songs on the album. Let's see. Let me go back to that album. Yeah, I really liked Rumor of Light, Idlewild, Sour, Slow Sour Bleed, uh, Crawl Backwards Out of Heaven, and To Exit, um, in Pale Earth. But yeah. Um, Also, um, my boy Tyler, not Faye, Tyler Small. It's so it's weird because yeah, it's like I have to specify which one because there's two that I've talked about a lot. Um, but yeah, Tyler Small said something really cool, and even though I don't really want to take credit for it, and he said, "Don't let it get to your head." But he said that I kind of sound a little bit like Tom Barber. Like he said, I feel like you can get that tone, especially if you keep working on it. Especially when I do oh, like one, like I don't know. Oh wait, yeah, because when I did the hostage cover, he was like, when you did that, am I the only one? Like he was like, that sounds like exactly how Tom Barber said it. And well, that's sick. I was like, well, if I sound any more like Tom Barber, the feature that I'm gonna get on Unbroken is gonna sound uh, pretty much like Godslayer. Wink, wink. So yeah, yeah, I'm trying to get that feature, and I think it'll happen. It's just one, I have to figure out if we'll have time to do it, and it'll match up well when I want that EP to come out. Cause right now, as it stands at the current moment, we're trying to get it out by April or May 2025. For me, I would think the latest would be June or July if something horrible happens for some reason. But I don't want to rush it, obviously. So, in my opinion, I think June or July would be better too, because it would give time to roll out the singles. Because I think there will be either two or three singles. I feel like two would probably be the best, because three is almost too many. But for a first time release, it kind of makes sense, especially because you want to get your name out there, and especially if I'm playing live. But it'll be a more of we'll see what happens. If How Ions does super well in the other track, first single does really well, I might not do another single. I may just say, oh hey, the EP's gonna come out, and then yeah. But it's just it's also shitty that nowadays You release music and then people forget about it. Like the next week. It sucks. People's attention span are dead. They have said, yeah, exactly. Like, Devitalize. I'm surprised, like, how many people listen to the new Devitalize album. Like, I think every song has either over, like, 10,000 streams or, like, I don't know. But, like, that's pretty sick. And, oh, yeah, speaking of Devitalize, I guess I'll give them this shout out, as well as Voluntary Victims. They are going on tour at the beginning of the year, next year. So, if they're coming to a city near you, go check them out because they're sick. And say hi to my boy Tommy. Well, actually, technically, they're all my friends because I've been talking to their guitarist a lot. Joe, which is JP's brother, I've been talking to him a lot because I've been like asking him for gear recommendations because they they have like a similar sound, not like the exact same sound, but like one, we both worked with Robbie, and two, like we're both deathcore. And also, speaking of them as well, Tommy, their bass player, said that he would be down to do fill-ins for bass, which is good. Because besides that, I'm not really looking for a bass player. I'm just probably gonna have it backtracked by because who gives a shit about the bass player? Like, I'm gonna keep it real. Like, Throne doesn't have a bass player. Counterparts doesn't. There's a lot of bands nowadays that just don't have a bass player alive. They'll just have their guitar player do it in studio or use gin bass. Even though I hate gin bass and it kind of bothers me now on the EP, and I'm hoping he mixes it better than the demos sound right now because like I don't like how much bass there is. I was like, damn, what is Davey 504 mixing this? So, but yeah, I actually kind of wish he used Nocturnal bass, Nocturnals, because his bass plugin sounds like more like, I don't know, it feels like more realistic than Jin bass, because Jin bass sounds like a fucking dingwall. It's like wiener, 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 wiener. Cause like I remember like we kept doing that, making that noise like when we were working on this song. Like it was like wiener, 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 like the 0, 12, 13. It would be like wiener, 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 wiener. It was fucking hilarious. I really wish I got more studio footage of that because like man, but I was just like nervous and I didn't like. He said that I could record shit, but I don't know, for some reason I was just like, I don't know if I should record stuff, but I definitely should have. So this time around I'm gonna ask him probably when I get there and be like, hey, can I record more studio content? Because like one, it'll be good for the EP rollout, and two, it'll just be funny. Especially if we're just talking and then he's just like, maybe I am gay out of nowhere. That's fucking hilarious. But yeah, uh, I can't wait for 2025, and I can't wait to see what happens with Destin for Doom. One thing I would love to do is if we ever play a Vermont show, I'd love to open for Saving Vice. Yeah, because they're my guys. Oh yeah, I think one time when I was doing a vocal lesson with Tyler, I think his wife said I look like the guy. Let me look up a picture of him. I want to see. Void or whatever it's called. The one they dropped last year. That one was cool. I don't think I do. People used to say last year that I looked like Mr. Beast. I was just like, no. Where the fuck? Like when I had the long hair, I was like, what? How the? What? How do you get that? uh, yeah, I know. Well, now it is. Back last year, it wasn't bad. Bro, okay, you know what? I kind of see how she thought I looked like the guy from Nothing Nowhere. Like when I wear a hat, like I could see it. Yeah, okay, I can see it. I can see it. But like he has a beard and stuff. Well, before the pictures where he doesn't have a beard, I can see it. But I need to get tattoos. I need to get tattoos. It'll happen. It's gonna happen when the EP. I literally posted in August when the EP is out, and like if everything works out, I will get tattoos. If if Destined for Doom, if the EP if Hellhounds gets over 1,000 streams, which would be a fucking dream for people to actually listen to my music, then I would get tattoos. Yes, and I feel like I have a lot of faith in the EP because one, I have a lot of connections locally. And two, I have this one friend who has like 10,000 followers on Instagram. And like, I talked to him, I was like, hey, dude, when my EP drops, would you or like when the singles start coming out, would you like shout me out? And he was like, of course. And then so I feel like I'll be able to get some good stuff going. Yeah, he has 31,000 followers on Instagram, which is pretty huge. So, yeah. And also, the EP is just genuinely my best music I've ever done. Like, this is something I'm actually legitimately proud of, and I'm not forcing myself to listen to because, not gonna lie, some of this stuff on the EP on Eternal Desolation I wasn't 100% proud of, and it was mainly like the drums, and it was mainly my vocals and the lyrics and stuff, I think. And it was like, I wasn't super proud of it, but this time I feel really proud of this EP. So I feel like that's also going to be something that's going to help. So, yeah. But yeah, I'm confident about this EP and I have high hopes for it. So I hope everything goes good with it. And also, I'm hoping that the drummer that we have or that I am talking to is actually going to be on board because he's a really good drummer and his old band was really sick. So, yeah. I just been worried because I sent him my vocal, like the Requiem cover I did, and he didn't say anything about it. So it's just like, does that mean you like it or not? So, yeah, the worst thing you can tell me is nothing. For me, like the worst thing anybody can tell me is nothing at all. It's just like, oh great, what does that mean? Yeah, so yeah, you don't want, yeah, yeah, exactly. But because like I think my highs could get better because I think they're like mid highs, like they're like almost high, but like I don't know. Yep. I hate to say it, there's gonna be some vocal gymnastics probably. Even though I feel like it's justified because I'm trying to prove myself as a vocalist. Yeah. I feel like I feel like it's okay to do it sparingly, not like every single song you ever put out. Lorna Shore. And I love Signs of the Storm, but they do it too. Even though they literally just call them, they've admitted they call themselves the king of the animal noises or king of the gutturals, and I'm like, you know what? That's valid. Yeah. But Signs of the Storm is probably my favorite deathcore band of like the newer era, because I don't know, it just feels like I don't even care about the lyrics that much, even though some of them are sick. But like, it's just like it feels like they're like slammy deathcore, which is cool. But somehow they're like still a little technical. Like it's not like just caveman riffs. Also, I remember I was talking to Robbie because he was telling me. I remember when I first talked to him, he was like, what DAW do you use? I was like, I use Reaper. I was like, of course you do. Everybody who's listened to anything Josh Schrader does uses Reaper. I was like, dang. I was like, what do you got against Reaper? It was like, well, everybody started using it right when And I Return to Nothingness came out. I was like, I guess that's fair. Like Spirit Box uses Reaper and everything. So I don't know. I just like it because it's free. It's for free. So, so. It was also weird when I went to work with him. Like Jinbase just started not working when, and I was just sitting there like, is this supposed to happen? But yeah, I can't wait. Also to like, even though I've shit on people for worrying about new material, I am excited to write new material, but I know mentally it's like focus on the EP, focus on how it does and everything else. Even even though technically in my case I could just write new music because it's already written. I don't have to learn the songs like instrumentally. So but everybody else has to and I'm like, learn your fucking shit and then worry about new music. And like I've been sending videos on how to play it, and I'm like, you do this here, you do that there, and like I'm just like unless you need tabs, which you at that point you just say you need the tabs, ask Robbie to help me out with it, because like I want to do tabs, but like I don't trust myself writing tabs because I feel like I'll get something wrong. Like I'll be like especially like for like some parts, like if there's like hammer on or something, like I won't like remember or something. Like I'll just put like the frets, but I won't put like hammer on or like whatever. Cause like there's the main riff for Hound that goes like da 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 da, and I can't remember if that's like a uh hammer on and pull off riff because it's like I think it is because like it's like you're like hammering on the 3 and 2 and then you're hammering on the 3 and 2 on the E. So it goes uh on the A string it's 3 2 and then on the E string 3 2 and then it goes back and forth. So 3 2 3 2 3 2 3 2 3 2 3 2 3 2. So it does that 8 times and then there's a fill on the high A string, which is a third string, which is just 3-2 on that string, and then it goes, it goes back to that 8 times, and then for the second fill it goes like da 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 da. So it's 5-3-2, like a tremolo thing. But yeah. So if you want to rip off Hellhounds, that's how you do it. It's so weird because like the riff kind of sounds similar to the original Hellhounds riff, but it sounds different enough to like somebody might not be able to tell. Because the riff is like like it didn't have all the fills. It was just like that one riff constantly going. But now it's just a similar riff, but with more spice. Which that's one thing Robbie is really good at. It's like helping like make riffs better than they already are. Actually, there's one riff I want to play right now because this is like one of my favorite riffs on the EP. I don't know if the mic is gonna pick this up, especially unplugged, but it's like. I don't know if you could hear that. That's Unbroken, the one with a bunch of breakdowns. That was a verse. Oh wait, that was a verse, the chorus, and the breakdown, but shorter versions of them. But I wrote that riff, but I wrote it differently than how Robbie played it. Robbie played it and made it cooler because it was like a caveman riff, but it was that same riff. So it's like dun 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 dun, but now it's da 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 instead of like caveman-y. So, but like I didn't even remember like what he did for that song. So I just sat down and chipped away at it. So I'm just like I'm telling the guy who's doing lead, I'm like, it's not that hard to figure it out. Like, I'm not good at learning shit by ear, and somehow I relearned the EP by ear, like almost entirely. Like, there's some songs where I can't figure it out. That's why I'm just like, I'll wait till I finish with Robbie. So, yeah. Like, Vindictive is kind of hard, because there's like this part, which I think I already showed you. I think that was like the first like clip of the EP I showed you. It was like a Slipknot-y part. It was like a did. Nothing left. Yeah. Oh yeah, that was the like genty metalcore one. Yeah, that one's gonna be the emotional one because I was like, you know what? I was like, something like I realized like a week ago, like when I finally like came up with like the finalized lyrics, like every song like lyrically matches the tone of the song is what I realized. Because like Hellhounds is more like an angry, pissed off song, and the lyrics are angry and pissed off. And then same thing with Vindictive and Unbroken. And then Vicious Cycles is like a second version of Hellhounds lyrically, but it's kind of I don't, that one's hard to describe because like I kind of had to make up a like explanation for Hellhounds, not gonna lie, because that song when I originally wrote it, I just freestyle lyrics. There's no like I was just like I don't know, I was just coming up with so like when we rewrote the lyrics, I kind of had to make a meaning for it. But like I like that's what I would say in a interview. Like I would say like originally I didn't have an idea like for the song. I was kind of just writing, but then it just ended up being a song about mentally like being in a mental state of hell, I guess. Being like chased by depression and anxiety. I guess that's the best way I could summarize it. And the call out goes hard as fuck. Will I crawl out alive or stay lost in these flames? If I'm going to hell, at least burn the remains. Blech. I'm adding the black. Especially, I was just like, I know if I show that to Orion Reacts, he's gonna be like, ooh. It's gonna make. And besides, like, it just sounds weird, like, that there's nothing when the downbeat hits, like, it's like, dun dun. It's like, at least by the remains, and then it's like, dun dun ding, dun dun. And I'm just like, when like, after the ting, I should put the black. It's like the perfect spot for it. Robbie will. Robbie was Robbie was Robbie was like, you get one black on on your project. I was like, all right, bet that'll be the black. That'll be the black spot. But like, I just was like, I can't think of anything else that sounds cool unless I say like die. But blood would be better. I remember when I did the bleh for Infamous, but it was like more of a like. I I did say bleh, but it just ended up being more like that. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I remember. Yeah, the oth- the other day. I was doing like a bunch of covers. It was yesterday. Yeah, I was doing a bunch of covers, and I did yeah, I did a bunch of covers. What song did I do with a bleh? I don't remember. Oh yeah, it was Hellhounds. I did Hellhounds, and then I added the bleh. Yeah, you should cover. Yeah, I think you should cover some songs on the EP. You should cover Hellhounds, even though the vocals will be much different than original. Like they'll probably be more techniques and stuff. Cause last time it was just like kind of like one tone the whole song, and it's just different Yeah, yeah, and that was kind of why I wanted a feature on there too, because I was just like the same chorus. So for this version of Hellhounds, there's like the chorus repeats like four times, but it's not like the same chorus every time, and it's really catchy the way that it goes. So wait, hold up. Let me pull up the lyrics. So it starts with the chorus, like kind of similar to how the original started, like the dun 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 dun, dun but it's like the da 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 da. So it's the full chorus one time around, the verse and then it goes into chorus 2, but it's like a half chorus, and then it goes into verse 2, which is a different verse than the first one, and then it goes into chorus 3, which is a full chorus, and then it goes guitar solo, call out, breakdown, and then a final chorus, and then the ending. But it makes it really catchy. So yeah, because it's like, okay, so the first chorus is, I feel the hounds of hell hunting me down, scream for my life, but I can't make a sound. Is it all in my head, some sort of fucked up dream, or it's a grip from their jaws, just as real as it seems? And then the second chorus is just that last part. Is it all in my head, some sort of fucked up dream, or it's a grip from their jaws, just as real as it seems? And then the chorus after that is a full chorus, and then the chorus after that is a half chorus. So like, makes it not. It doesn't make it too repetitive, and it makes it still catchy. I feel like, because obviously, if you did the same chorus 4 times in a song, probably would get repetitive. But it's also like a 3-minute song too. So, and I think that's still one of my favorite songs on the EP, just because of the way it flows. It feels like, I don't know. Also, like, it's cool that we were able to like use the same riffs for different parts. So like, the verse 1 is also the breakdown. Verse 1 is the breakdown after the call out. Like the same riff, but the drums are different for the breakdown and stuff. And obviously, after the chorus, call out, it just makes it more impactful. So yeah, I'm excited though for people to hear it, and then yeah, I'm hoping it does really well, because if it doesn't, I'm gonna delete myself. I will. This is a. You know how much I sacrificed. You know how much I sacrificed. No, no, no. You can't do this to me. You know how much I sacrificed. Oh yeah, and I put that one lyric that I accidentally like just came up with talking to you into vicious cycles. It's like, wait, where is it? Okay, gotta pull it up because I don't remember. I remember, but I don't remember exactly. Okay, so yeah, it was like, I had to hit the bottom down right to the top. Now everything that brought me down brings me back up. Yeah, so I I had to hit the bottom to rise to the top. Now everything that brought me down brings me back up. So don't be thinking that I've had enough. This is a life that cannot be snuffed. I think that goes hard. Yeah. Also, it's kind of a Easter egg for Light My Way, which I'm a little sad that I couldn't like redo that song, even though like I feel like kinda we did, with Nothing Left, because Light My Way was more melodic and like had me attempting cleans, but yeah. Tyler said he was gonna try to teach me how to sing Scream, so I could do that for Nothing Left, which would be really fucking cool. Because I always wanted to do like what Sam Carter did, or like Brian from Current. Yeah. I feel like the only tip, and I don't sing, so like I can't really give that much feedback, but I'd say like probably like using your head voice probably helps because that's what helps. That's what kind of helps me for screaming too. Like I try to use my head voice. I didn't understand it at first. I was like, "What do you mean use my head voice? I don't know what that is." And I was just like literally like you just pretend like you're like talking in your head or something. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Like it's just like you have to, yeah, yeah. But also something that helped me for doing highs is meowing, which sounds so fucking weird. But like I'll go like meow, and then I'll be like meow. But yeah, so for some reason that helped. Meow, meow, meow. Anyway, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. Survivor Series is coming up. That's gonna be fun. Not gonna lie though, I haven't really been keeping up with WWE that much. I don't even remember what's going on except for the Bloodline shit. All I know is CM Punk is on Roman Reigns' team, and I think honestly, I think Paul Heyman might turn on Roman Reigns. I don't know, but then we'll get CM Punk versus Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble, which would be sick. But I don't know. I really want to see Roman Reigns versus The Rock, and it better happen. Also, I loved that shit that. Dude, I think that Bad Blood was one of the best pay per views of the year, not gonna lie. Like, yeah, I know. AEW now. I didn't even know Full Gear happened. What the fuck were they doing? Why did they have the Costco guys on AEW? Why? And now that's their most generated, like that's their most viewed thing. I'm like, bruh, really? Costco guys. Of course I exploit my son for views. Double chocolate cookie. I don't know. I I just hope to God that Jamie Hayter comes to WWE. Malachi Black comes to like bring all the good people over. The only person I don't think that would work out in WWE, only two people I don't see working is MJF maybe, but put him on Netflix and I think he can cook. And Tony Storm, also put her on Netflix and it'll probably work out. But like right now, probably not a good time. Maybe that's why MJF didn't come to WWE yet. Maybe he's gonna come on that. Imagine if he came on the fucking Netflix episode. That'd be fucking huge. I don't think it will, but that'd be fucking based. Just comes out the first person to come out on that episode and just drops to the F bomb. That'd be fucking hilarious. Welcome to Monday Night fucking Raw. We're back on Monday Night fucking Raw. You're doing what on Monday nights? Seth fucking Rollins. I'm so sad that Matt Riddle got released, even though it makes sense because apparently he's not a great person. But like that feud with him and Seth Rollins, ooh, if that was on Netflix, like we already got a glimpse of that shit, but like that shit was fire. Honestly, Seth Rollins has been on a roll ever since he came back. Or actually, no, ever since like he went got rid of the Messiah gimmick. That, like, I think that gimmick was cool and all, but like, I don't think it really worked. Like, as well as what he's doing now, because now he's accomplished a lot more as a visionary. Also, you know what WWE never acknowledges? They never acknowledge that Austin Theory was part of the Monday Night Messiah, or whatever his faction was called. I don't even remember. Oh yeah, yeah. It was like during COVID. He was he was also part of DIY, which they all or not DIY, The Way, but they don't acknowledge that either. They're just like, oh nope, never happened. Not a canon event. Yep, it's not canon. Yep, just like some of the Saudi Arabia shows. Like they already forgot about the fucking ring. Yep. I wonder if they're gonna do that every year. I think they are. So they're just gonna have a Super Bowl basically every year. They should have had that at WrestleMania, honestly, but or Survivor Series. So Survivor Series would have made more sense, to be honest, because it's the one night of the year where superstars from Raw and SmackDown go head to head. But yeah. Also, I think it's incredibly stupid that we're getting Gunther versus Damian Priest. It should have been Dominic Mysterio because Dominic Mysterio already beat Damian Priest and then had to lose to him a week later. Like, I love. Yep. Well, I love Triple H, but sometimes he still does stupid shit like that. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Shut the fuck up. You know what? Dominic Mysterio is gonna be in the Hall of Fame one day. Mark my word. He's gonna be better than Rey Mysterio. Yo, honestly, it would be fucking. He needs to win the WWE Championship, like the Universal, whatever, the Undisputed Championship. Do they call it the WWE Champion now? When are they just gonna call it the WWE Championship again? Hopefully soon. But anyways, I want Dominic Mysterio to win it just so he can hold it longer than Ray and rub that in his face. Like that'd be a actual heel move. That'd be fucking wild. Like I won the WWE Championship and I've already held it longer than my deadbeat father. People would fucking hate him. And I'd just be like, hell yeah, Dominic. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot I finally got Netherite a few days ago. I just like spent a few hours in the Nether, got it. But anyways, damn, this was a long episode, 2 hours and 30 minutes. Yep. So, and it is almost 11 o'clock because, yeah, I took a nap. Yeah. I was fucking exhausted after work, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take a nap. And I set an alarm for 7:45, but I don't know why it didn't go off. Maybe I accidentally set it for AM, but I swear I set for PM. Wait, let me accent my echo. Oh no, it just didn't go off for whatever reason because it says the only alarm I have is the one that I usually have for the morning. That's weird. Unless I'm just straight up tripping. Anyways, it doesn't matter because we still got to it. So, yeah. So next episode will be cool because one. Wait. So let me look at my calendar. We're gonna do it on the 18th or the 25th on Christmas. Well, actually, since it's gonna be pre-recorded, we could just do it like yeah, yeah. So yeah. Uh, and then we had to wait. Oh wait, never mind. Well, why was I able to say? What did I say earlier? That the first episode was gonna be on January 1st. I was gonna say we could do just a longer episode on January 1st, but uh, um, but yeah. So next episode will come out on Christmas, but it will be recorded on a different day. It's gonna probably be the same video as like same format as this, even though you won't have to see my face. It's just better this way because we're not doing nothing. We're actually doing something cool, talking while playing video games. And like each time, maybe I'll change the game each time, but yeah, depending on what. But yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, one thing. Hopefully, we'll have the GTA 6 trailer by, or trailer 2 by the next episode. That'd be nice. I don't think it's gonna happen. I think the game is gonna get delayed. Or they may just drop the trailer on January 1st. That'd be freaking cool. New Year. Trailer. New trailer. Like they just announced it on the 1st. Next year is gonna be pretty crazy for gaming. Got Doom, Dark Ages, uh, GTA 6, uh, some other stuff that I don't care about. Like, those are the only two games I really care about, I think. So, yeah. Anyways, that's the end of the episode. So, see ya all on Christmas. Goodbye.